Yo, what is really good, Bravery family? What's up? It's your girl. I'm your girl now, Alana J. And I'm so excited to be here on my new show with the Bravery Familia. With Alana J. That's me, that's we, that's who we be. Thank you. I'm joined here in the studio by Dwayne Tousand.
That's me.
That's you. I know him like a little bit. I know him like a little bit, you know, but we'll get into him. We'll get into him in a second. He is a comedian and host of his own podcast, Jose and Float. Originally from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Shout out. But we'll talk about him in just a little bit. But first and foremost, I know y'all are probably wondering. Dwayne is probably wondering. I know words.
Mm-hmm.
Why act up? Why are we acting up? Like, why is we acting up?
Why are we?
Why are we? I'm going to explain to you. All right? Act up. Okay. A-C-T. I am an actor, a comedian, and a teacher in my own right. And what does that spell? Act, baby. And up. Why up? Because, you know, we be wilding on the island a little bit. Just a little bit.
A lot of bit.
A lot of bit. You know, if we being transparent. But also up. I want to elevate, yo. I want to elevate the community. I want to elevate myself. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Ascend. Yeah.
Shout out to that expensive dispensary.
In Fort Lee, New Jersey, and wherever else. They got multiple locations.
It's a tongue twister.
It is a tongue twister. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. I door dashed to one by accident. Did I tell you that?
To ascend?
I be the Dora the Explorer of DoorDash in these streets. But yeah, to ascend. I do. I did. Anyway, that was a mistake. It wasn't supposed to go there. The woman was very upset. She never got her burritos. She was very upset. I'm not going to lie. They smelled mad good.
She could have used some stuff from Ascend.
She could have. She probably was on some stuff from Ascend. And that's why she ordered 3 gargantuan burritos. But that's neither here nor there. So now that we know why we acting up, that we know, why don't we talk about my guest that I know just a little bit? The one and only Dwayne Tousand. Well, not really, because your dad's also Dwayne Tousand, but I'll let you talk about that.
I mean, you could have put a junior on there. I would still been the one and only, but it's okay.
That is a opportunity, a learning lesson.
My story is not a very exhilarating one, if you ask me. But the Cliff Notes what? Okay, never mind. The Cliff Notes version would be, like you said, born and raised Lake Charles, Louisiana. Shout out to the 5 people that know where that is.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, shout out. Then, eventually got kicked out of the house and moved to Baton Rouge. Lived there for 5 years, where I met a pretty Puerto Rican who happened to be from New York.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. Now we both do comedy and podcasts and whatnot.
Yeah.
In the north, the east.
Yes, baby, we are here.
Yeah.
So, yes, Dwayne and I met in Louisiana.
Shout out Baton Rouge.
Shout out to Baton Rouge.
Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers. And I wound up in Louisiana.
How did you end up in Louisiana?
How did I end up in Louisiana? Everybody likes to ask me, like, Louisiana? Yep, I lived there in Baton Rouge for 2 years on purpose. That was a choice. But I attended LSU. I attended Louisiana State University.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, where I got my master's of fine arts, MFA, in case y'all didn't know what that spelled. Now you do. In acting. And as you know, I'm also a comedian. And we met at an open mic. And I fished him out of the water like a crawfish, like a gator. And brought him up north. That's our story.
Like a colonizer.
Like, damn.
You took me and brought me up north.
I know I'm like lighter skinned than you, but I got to be all that. Damn, that's crazy. But I guess so. I guess I did imperialize that ass.
It's okay. I was willing, so it's okay.
Yes, you were.
How would you rate your Louisiana experience? Would you recommend?
You know, it was definitely culture shock. It was definitely culture shock. Being a native New Yorker, I mean, look, I claim both sides of the Hudson, okay? I claim New York and New Jersey. I spent half my life in each part, with the exception of this chapter I had in Louisiana. And, you know, I definitely would recommend for people that are from New York to experience life somewhere else for at least a little bit, even if it's just 6 months, a year. It's very humbling. It's very humbling. I do think, New Yorkers, we have this stigma that we're all assholes, you know what I mean? Or Northerners in general. Have you found that to be true?
But like, mostly, yeah.
Mostly?
Yeah, I would say it's a good 75-80%.
We got a whole B. We got a B in the asshole discipline.
It's a lot. I haven't met that many people, but just from walking around and stuff like that, like Southern hospitality is definitely a real thing.
It is.
Because it's not like that up here.
It definitely is.
People up here will bump into you and not say anything, or they'll look at you like you should have moved out of the way.
Absolutely, yep.
People drive. That's the one thing, though. Driving is just as bad up here as it is down there. Y'all roads are better, though.
For me, I feel like the driving is worse. I feel like that's the only place that Southern hospitality doesn't exist.
It's on the road.
It's on the roads. Y'all be wilding. Every day, how many accidents would just be? We will be door dashing in two different parts of town, like 2 blocks away from each other. And shout out to DoorDash. I guess we got to get them to sponsor.
And Uber Eats.
Or not. Or don't shout them out at all. Do whatever you want.
They paid some bills for me in Louisiana.
That's true. That's a fact. Coming in clutch. But we will be like 5 blocks away from each other, and there'd be 2, like 3-car pileups.
True.
Within a 5-block radius of each other at the same time. I don't know. Maybe that was during Mercury retrograde too.
Do you think we get in more wrecks down south than up here is because we don't lay on the horn like y'all do up here?
That's definitely a hypothesis that could be explored.
Because no one honks the horn like that down south because you'll get shot or beat up.
None of you even use your signals down south. Like, signals are not a thing on the roads whatsoever. I'm like, damn, dude, you could have given me a warning.
Can't
you was
let them
about
know your next move.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I mean, no, in general, I agree. I do think like we have a very individualistic attitude up here.
Yes.
Like we all think that we are the center of the universe. You know what I mean? I don't know. You could disagree if you want with me, but that's kind of the vibe. And going down south, I remember, look, there was no such thing as fast food down south, okay? Because none of the fast food was fast. You had to wait like 25 minutes for your Chick-fil-A. You know what I mean? 25 minutes for your Taco Hell. Ring the bell, It was a lot. It was a lot. Thank you for ringing my bell. Shout out to Marv. El Jefe in the building, in the booth, in the lab. Anyway, but yeah, I do recommend. It definitely humbled me. I think a lot from that mentality. People actually ask you how you're doing. Strangers will approach you and ask you how you're doing and genuinely be interested. But up here, if you ask somebody how they're doing, they'll be like, "You're not from here, bro, are you?" You must be.
It's very prison-like up here.
Prison.
Yeah, because you get a lot of stuff like that. Like a lot of, what you're not from here, huh? Or you not, you new to this place. What's going on?
Interesting.
Like you can go up, like how you said, just the way you approach somebody up here will make someone go like, "Oh, you're not from here. Like, you too nice. What's going on?"
The imagery of prison just really caught me off. It really resonated with me right now. I'm really intrigued by the concept of New York being related to that metaphor.
Just the keep it moving, don't bother anybody, stick to yourself.
Okay.
Very prison-like up here.
Okay. And
people getting stabbed.
To be clear, Dwayne is not a criminal and has never been in prison. So I just want to clean that up.
a couple times, but no, I'm not a criminal.
Haven't we all? Are you even a person if you haven't had a theft?
Probably not.
A little finger.
You're not a good one. You're not a real one. You're a weird person.
I think plenty of good people steal. Look at us.
Stole.
Look at us.
Stole. Don't steal anymore.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. I'm happy to hear that you are a reformed petty thief.
Yeah.
As am I. I used to love stealing Cadbury eggs. Specifically.
The little chocolate eggs?
Yeah, the little chocolate eggs. I don't know why. I would just like, I got a thrill from like slipping them up my sleeve at the CVS checkout line. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even go look for them. They would look for me, because they would be at the checkout line just waiting for me. You know what I'm saying?
Easter every day for you.
Every day. Todo día. For sure. And a lot of lip glosses. My mom would be like, "Baby, where did you get all these lip glosses?" And I'd be like, "Nicole gave them to me."
It's very Disney Channel.
And she believed me. She believed me.
Well, yeah, she had no reason to not believe you at the time. She didn't know my daughter was, with all due respect, a lying thief at the time.
Thanks so much for that, babe. Thank you so much. That really tickled the soul. That really tickled the soul right there. My dad would be so proud. My dad definitely would have known what I was up to, for sure. He was always the one that was more skeptical of me.
Yeah, so dads are usually not as trusting, I would say.
Yeah, y'all. He always knew. He always knew. Like, my friends and I slept in the basement once of my house, and we snuck outside because all the doors in the house to exit would ring a bell. They would all make noise when you would leave, when you would open or close them, obviously. So instead of going out the front door or the side door, we went out the window in the basement, and broke the window on the way out because the window was not engineered for teenage girls with wide hips and mustaches to be sneaking out. So obviously I lied about why that was the case, but my dad knew. He was like, I bet you they snuck out to smoke pot. And that was exactly what we did. So
since you told that story, I thought about this a couple days ago. Could you imagine how different your childhood would have been if you grew up with Ring doorbells and cameras all around your house?
Oh, I would be dead. My dad would have.
I would be so not cool.
Yeah, it would be a different life. Honestly, shout out to Gen Alpha, who's growing up with all this technology that I'm so grateful that we did not have.
Is that the generation of now?
That's the babies. Those are the babies. Those are the babies.
Went from Z to Alpha?
Yeah, I guess because once you go to Z, you have to start over again. So
okay.
I think that was the logic there. I don't know. I'll consult with you consult with the interwebs. You do it. Make me do everything. You do it. But yeah, I'm very grateful that was not my high school days.
Yeah.
But anyway, on that note, there's a lot of cultural differences between New York and Louisiana, as we talked about. Specifically in the language, yo. I remember moving to Louisiana and Sam Williams, shout out to Sam Williams. He's a comic, a Baton Rouge-based comic.
Shout out to Sam.
I remember speaking to him and like genuinely having difficulty understanding what he was saying. like
Which is funny because his accent is not that bad.
I mean,
he's a little slow.
To you, it wasn't.
Yeah.
To me, it was. I was like, am I really going to be able to carry conversations for 2 years down here? Because I'm concerned, you know? How do you describe like the Louisiana accent? Or, I mean, I know there's so many different versions, but you know, his in specific.
Like Sam's or just Louisiana?
Both.
If I had to describe the Louisiana accent, I would say it's country, but it's also like it's trying to be time efficient because we just run all of our words together instead of taking time to say them all individually. Mm-hmm. We just run everything because it's like
do it.
I can't do it on command. I don't know how. Like it just happens. I don't know.
Believe in yourself.
I don't know.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in myself. Shit. Shit. What's that over there? What's going on? What y'all doing? What y'all trying to get into? Shit, like y'all trying
over there. That's where I hear it a lot. Yeah, do it again.
Over there.
Yeah, that's that. I was like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what most of it is. Most of it just breaking down little big words into small incoherent words.
Yes, it is definitely a mind for the guck. For a Yankee like myself.
A Yankee.
Un Yankee.
I think y'all's is worse than ours.
Como? That means how?
Like you can hide, like you just said, like you can't hear mine unless I say certain things with y'all. It's the same with y'all's, but y'all have more words, I would say.
That's what you mean.
Sauce, coffee, dog. Like y'all's is unavoidable. I keep saying
y'all's is unavoidable. As he says, ours is worse. Really?
It is.
We're gonna have to have a contest, a battle of the accents.
Okay. Well, but
I don't know the rules.
But to support my argument, like how I told you, one of the dudes out here said he couldn't hear my accent until I smoked. Mm-hmm. I hear y'all accent whether y'all smoke or not. Like y'all just come out. Mine apparently leaks out when I get more comfortable, I guess.
Yeah. Well, definitely your inhibitions are loose. When you're under the influence, it means like because you know, I think we all can relate to the idea of like having a work voice, right? Yeah. Having a professional voice. Code switching, exactly. So when you're under the influence,
yeah, I get that. Yeah,
you're not really trying to play by those rules. Exactly, your guard is up. So everything goes out the window and you're like, ¿Cómo? You know? Yeah, I mean, I'm a code switcher, you know? It's a survival mechanism in these streets, you know what I'm saying?
We all
I mean,
are. Not white people
not
as
white
much,
people,
but
because-
every POC definitely code switches, whether they know it or not.
right. Exactly, because white people invented the code. So
Yeah,
that's
they
why
invented the need to switch. Exactly. If you don't think you code switch, record yourself before in the morning and then go to a job interview and see how different you talk.
Yes. Or I don't know, try to get something from customer service. You will notice.
Oh no, that's different. It depends on the situation. Because if you pissed off, you're not gonna be code switching when you get on that phone.
If you want something, it would serve you though.
It depends.
To code switch.
Sometimes
if you want something.
Sometimes it helps to talk like this, and work with them and get your stuff. But sometimes you gotta be like, look, bitch, I called y'all 2 hours ago. What the fuck is going on?
But you see, you get gully over the course of time. That's another thing, right? The longer the amount of time you spend in a situation, the more likely you are probably to let go of said code switching.
Yeah, true.
You know? I don't know.
I still want to start working on it. I think it'd be funny if I had an English accent and I smoked. Like, oh yeah, bro, you want to smoke? And this, I don't know any English accent. I don't know any English terms yet, but I'm gonna learn some.
You want to learn an English accent?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Blimey, it's not
Hello,
English.
governor. I thought about having a bottle of milk.
Fancy a joint.
Fancy a joint.
Yeah.
See the English accent with the A's. Hi, this is Alana the teacher. This is Miss J. With the A's, there's a bath in the English accent. There's something called the bath trap. The bath trap.
Sound like something at P. Diddy house.
Bath trap. That sounds like something at a lot of grown ass men's houses with children. If we're being completely honest, that sounds like a Epstein Island special. Diddy was there, so it's all.
That's where you got the idea.
It's all the same. It's all the same. But anyway, there's that's like the biggest. I don't even know the word concept. One of the biggest concepts of the English language is like of the English accent. Rather, is the A's. The A's are really tricky because you have trap, and then you have bath. So some of the A's are bath. You say them like that, and the other ones you say like trap. So if you want to learn the English accent, work on those. Google which words are pronounced which ways, and you'll be well on your way. That wasn't a good English accent. I thought about having a bottle of milk. You got to do
That was good.
Thank you. You got to do a prompt phrase to get into it too. That's another trick, and that's one of the prompt phrases.
Well, I need to learn a
about
prompt
having
phrase.
a bottle of milk. I thought about having a bottle. Listen to me, mate. All right, over there sitting, looking at me all salty and shaking in your boots, and your knickers are the colour of camouflage, and I can see you though, so your camouflage is not really working. All right, time out. That's it. We're done.
That was good. Give her a clap, Marv. Give her a clap.
Give me a clap.
Yeah.
And make it clap. Accents are hard.
No, I don't want to make it clap.
You don't want me to make it clap.
Well, I'd like you to make it clap, not on camera.
You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. I'll make it clap if I want to make it clap. No.
Make it clap. Don't get
Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know why. We gotta hydrate. I thought about having a bottle of water.
Get your
water.
electrolytes.
Water.
Electrolyte. I can't do it.
Electrolytes. That's the thing. It's very at the front of the mouth. Everything is at the front of the mouth with the English accent. The way we talk, everything is more towards the back. You hear the difference? Everything is more back here. Everything is. I don't know. We're done. Okay. We'll do an English lesson tutorial another day. Okay. Pero ay, como me duele. That's another thing. I'm just gonna bust out into random songs sometimes. That's just I have an illness, and that's how it manifests. It's through busting out in random songs.
Musical
Be prepared. Be prepared. Yes. Act up. That's part of acting up, you know? You got to be, anything I'm really passionate about might become a song. So you are watching a master at work.
You spelled ACT earlier. Did you take the ACT?
Did I take the ACT? I did not take the ACT. Did you take the ACT, Dwayne?
I did.
You did? How did you do on the ACT, Dwayne?
23, I think.
Is that
24?
Good? Is that good?
It was.
Who told you?
My teachers.
Oh.
My parents.
Your parents?
Yeah.
23 and me.
I think 23, 24, one of those.
Okay. Well, give it up for Dwayne getting a 23 or a 24 on the ACT.
Thank you. It didn't do anything for me, but thank you.
I took the SAT.
Yeah, that's out of state, right? That's what they
I
told
don't
us.
know.
ACT was for in-state. SAT was if you wanted to go out of state.
Listen, I went to Catholic school, okay? So everything they told me, I firmly believe was a lie. Most things, like, like not to believe in yourself. That was a lie. They shouldn't have taught us that. Asking for permission for everything. Don't do that. Ask for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Jesus will do it, That's how confession works. All right? These are my confessions. But no, I took the SAT. I did all right on it. I mean, I don't think I did like alarmingly good or bad, I don't even remember what I got, to be honest, because when I took the SAT, it was out of 2,400 and not out of 1,600. So I don't even remember what I got, to be honest.
Is that the one where they be like, if you get 500 just for spelling your name right or some shit like that?
I have no idea. Like when I tell you, I have absolutely no idea how it worked. To this day,
I took it.
I mean, I didn't really have a choice at the time, To this day, I have no idea how it worked, and I don't really care. But it's all good because I got my bachelor's and my master's now, and I didn't need to worry about the SATs to do the latter. The former I did, but shout out. I went to Rutgers for my undergraduate. Shout out to Rutgers.
Shout out.
Where I studied. What the hell was my degree? Journalism. One of them was journalism and media studies, which I'm finally using again in this context. So that's another reason why I'm really excited to be here.
Nice. Because
I studied radio. Did I tell you that? Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I wanted to be, I wanted to take Angie Martinez's job. I did. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be the next voice of New York, But, maybe I'm about to be the voice of New Jersey. Okay, my veins probably exploded out of my neck when I did that. So sorry for those that are watching. That had to witness me become the Hulk. I am a mini beast. That's besides the point. But yeah, I did radio. I had a show at Rutgers on their network channel, FM channel, 90.3 The Core. Shout out to 90.3 The Core. Like I told you, a lot. I mean, I didn't interview all these awesome people, but awesome. I didn't interview all these awesome people, pero my friends did. They had a show called Goodfella Radio Show, and they were the ones that like really inspired me to do radio at Rutgers. Like they interviewed J. Cole, Big Sean, I think maybe The Weeknd. I don't know. I could be making that one up. But basically all the big artists that came through to Rutgers for Rutgers Fest. R.I.P. Rutgers Fest. I believe R.I.P. because
what a creative name.
Somebody got shot at the last one.
Oh shit.
In like 2011, I think. So they would interview all the big names, and I was like, yo, that's dope. Like, basically, they were doing podcasting before podcasting. Like, they were like early to the wave. We were all early to the wave back then. But now, full circle, I get to come back and be here with y'all at Bravery Studios. Yeah. DIY sound effects.
Okay, back to Louisiana.
Back to Louisiana.
That's all I know. But one of the biggest things about Louisiana is the food. What would you rate the food?
Oh, what would I rate the food? I'm going to be honest. It did take me a little bit for the food to warm up on me. For example, y'all, listen, if you know me, if you know Alana J, she picky, all right? I only eat chicken and fish for the most part. I don't eat red meat, only wings and fins. That's it. Not the swine or the whatever else. None of the four legs. I stick to 2 legs or no legs. Okay. But in Louisiana, I had alligator. Oh, so good. Fried gator. Listen, if you don't know, you need to know. You need to find out. Because alligator is lit. Like, I think people usually describe it as like a little bit of a fishy chicken.
Yep.
And that's exactly what the hell it tastes like. It is scrumptious. Get it fried. I think I've only had it fried. Maybe I had it. How else do they do it?
I mean, I think I've only ever had it fried. I don't think I've ever had grilled gator or nothing like that.
I feel like I seen it once on a menu in a different way, but I don't remember. And I feel like I may have eaten it, but whatever.
I've had it in a gumbo before also.
Gator gumbo.
Yep.
You got to get yourself some gator gumbo. So Sorry, is that offensive?
A little bit.
Okay, so the gator's lit. I also had frog legs, yo. Your dad, shout out to Dwayne Tousand Sr.
Another fishy chicken.
Another fishy chicken, yes. It's basically like a tenderer chicken leg.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
that's
frog,
a good one.
the frog leg, it just fell right off the little itty bitty bone. Itty bitty. I felt so bad. It's like they had osteoporosis. Their bones were so small and so frail. I felt bad. I was like, am I eating a sick frog? Am I eating a sick Kermit? Anyway, but the frog legs was lit. The frog legs was lit, and
Crawfish.
I've had crawfish, which initially I was offended by because it's like a lot of work for a little bit of meat, you know? I felt that way, but once you get more efficient at the work part, at the cracking of the crawfish and the sucking,
peeling.
the peeling and the sucking, it's a process. Crack it, peel it, suck it, bop it. No, there is a little bit of a process involved.
No,
But
it's exactly a routine.
yeah,
You pinch it, twist it, pull it. You might suck it if you want to.
you be sucking it.
Sometimes. I
Sometimes.
suck it. If it's juicy, I'll suck it.
Yeah, you gotta suck the juice. I couldn't suck the juice.
Biggest pause.
It was sucking on exoskeletons was a little too much for my taste. Pero it's good. It's delicious. What else? What else did I have? I think that's it.
I think you didn't dive into anything too exotic. I don't think you had any rabbit or nothing like that.
Oh no, I'm not eating no rabbits. No.
Duck?
I'm not eating little bunny foo.
What about duck?
I'm not eating Daffy
Mm.
or Donald. I'm not doing it. I've had duck before though.
Duck is all right.
I have had duck before though. I don't really like it. Like duck, I think is one of those things that you either cook it well or you don't.
Yeah.
You know, and it's very easy to have some bad duck. So, and duck is pretty expensive. So I'm not gonna gamble. You know, I'm gonna stick to what I know, which is my chicken and my polo and my octopus. I love octopus. You don't like octopus, right?
No.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever actually
How
had
do
it,
you eat-
honestly.
I don't get how you could eat a damn frog, but you can't eat an octopus. I don't get it.
I don't see what's so
Or a gator.
complicated about that.
Or a gator.
First of all, the look, it's way different. You can fry up some gator. You won't even be able to tell what it is.
The look of the actual meat once it's dead.
Yes. Once
Okay.
the look of it on the plate.
I thought you meant the look of the animal because I was
No.
gonna say gators are not cute.
I mean, gators still look tastier than octopus do.
Oh, but they look so majestic.
The gator or the
The
octopus?
octopi.
So wouldn't that make you feel worse about eating it? You ate a
No.
majestic animal?
No, the more majestic, the less attached I feel to it as a fellow creature. You know what I mean? Like it's of another world.
You can't relate to it.
I can't relate to it. Like a gator,
You can see yourself in a gator?
I can see myself. I can see myself as it is closer to a human. It is closer to a human. It's closer to a human.
Than an octopus.
Right? I mean, I don't make the rules. I just follow them. You know what I mean? These are the rules. Like a gator is closer to a human, point blank, full stop. And that I said what I said, and I said it with my full chest, and I
Okay.
meant what I said.
Stand on business now.
And tentacles are not human.
But that's the thing.
Tentacles can be consumed.
But that's what I'm talking about, though. Like, you can sit down and look at a plate and have fucking tentacles and suction cups on it and be like,
Yeah.
tasty.
Well, you haven't tasted it.
I haven't, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it sitting there dipped in the sauce, and it don't look good.
Well, it is.
I'm also, for some reason, always worried about if I eat it and then it fucking
Crawfish-
sticks to something on the inside.
They're
cups.
dead, babe. That's not going to happen.
I know, but I have a childlike brain sometimes, and
That's
I think
true.
of shit like that. Thank you.
You do.
Thank you.
You do. But it's required. It's not an insult. It's required. It's required to have a childlike brain to be an artist. We have to be
it's the
childlike.
same as like when you eat a watermelon and you swallow a seed and you feel like it's gonna grow in you. Same with the octopus.
Do you still feel that way?
No, I mean a little bit, but also don't care.
You don't care if a watermelon grows inside of you.
Yeah, if it happens, but now it was just happening. It just was meant to be.
It was
All the
meant to be.
seeds I've paused, all the seeds I've eaten in my life, and this is the one that got me. Okay, I got 30 years out of it. I'm okay.
You're real seedy, huh?
No,
You like them seeds.
mm-mm.
You like to swallow them
I like
seeds,
sunflower
huh?
seeds.
You like to swallow them seeds. It's okay. You could like to swallow them seeds. It's fine.
No,
Everybody has their things. You know what I'm saying? If
that's
you like
not
to
my thing.
watermelon seeds, if you like to swallow them watermelon seeds, then by all means. I don't know. I love octopus. That's all. And I stand by it. I stand by it.
More for you. Eat them. Eat it up.
It is more for me.
Eat it
I'm
up.
very grateful that when we go out to eat and my family orders octopus, you want nothing to do with it. I'm so grateful. It's like one of my favorite things.
I will eat
You know?
calamari though, which is sounds kind of weird saying.
Yeah. Since you'll eat a calamari but not an octopus, there are some red flags there. There are some questions to be raised as to why you discriminate against the calamari. I mean the octa and not,
I don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
Red flags, red couch.
Red sauce.
Red sauce.
You need the red sauce.
Marinara.
The marinara. Yeah, the marinara. All right, moving on. How would you describe like the differences between the comedy scenes here and in Louisiana?
In between Louisiana and here?
Yeah.
Louisiana is like going to... Louisiana is like joining a team when you join that comedy scene, as opposed to up here, it's like going to a new high school or something. Like you join a new team, you walk in, people will be like, "Hey man, what's going on? Nice to meet you. You new here? Blah blah blah." When you go to high school,
Depends on the team, but I feel you.
Yeah, but when you go to a new high school, no one gives a fuck until like you've been there for like a month. No one's walking up to you, "Hey, let me come here and look at none of that shit." Everybody up here is kind of like just on their own, very got their blinders on. I don't know how to say it. Got their blinders on. They're not worried about the shit you got going on. They don't even stay around to watch your mic, to watch you at a mic, to see if you're good. They don't give a fuck.
They do that in Louisiana too, though.
They do, but not as much.
I felt like definitely at a lot of mics they would be outside.
That's what I was about to say.
People would perform and then just go outside.
The one at least in Louisiana they'll go outside and they might come back in. In New York, once they finish their time, they're gone. Yeah, they're not coming back.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it really does depend on the person, but on the whole, I do feel it resonates. The description resonates, especially because you and I did both transfer into our high schools. True. So we kind of know. Well, you went to a school and knew people, right? When you transferred from your freshman year to your sophomore year?
My actual high school.
Yeah,
okay, I thought you were metaphorically talking about comedy.
I'm literally talking about high school.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the first high school I went to, I didn't know anybody. I knew like one person. And then the one I transferred to was where my friends were. So,
right. So
I got both.
I didn't have that experience. I transferred and knew nobody and ate lunch in the bathroom my first day.
That's sad.
Yeah, it was sad. It was sad.
Took a turn.
Yeah, but I mean, being a transfer student usually is not easy. So that's nice that you had some friends when you transferred, but also similar. I mean, you don't have a lot of friends here, but you have me.
Yeah.
You have one person in the new high school. You got one friend in the new high school.
Well, this is different. This is like a college to me. Like, I don't know the environment. I don't know anyone. Yeah. It's not like high school. This is worse than high school.
But it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You don't seem. It
was more exciting in the beginning. Now it's kind of like, now it's just like, all right, now we got to keep it. We got to figure this shit out, I guess.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There is a lot of figure it outness to be done when you get up here. There's so many things to figure out. I mean, just even moving here, right? Like, you have the parking situation. In Louisiana, Yeah,
you just fucking park.
You just fucking park on the street.
And you stay there until you need to move or go somewhere. You don't have to fucking pay. You can't, it's not like, oh, you can park here, but you can't park here on Thursday between 2 and 3:30 for no fucking reason. It's so much added on bullshit up here for the simplest shit.
Look at you. Look at you learning.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Look at you learning and evolving. Literally nothing up here is free. Nothing. Parking spaces, everything.
Fucking walkways.
The bus to the train.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest difference. The biggest difference, I would say. Like, that was the biggest relief for me, was going down there, just having to deal with my car. No tolls.
Yeah. Well, they have tolls in Texas, but not Louisiana.
Okay. I didn't come across any tolls, thankfully, during my time there.
They're not as bad as are up here. Like, up here, the tolls can be unavoidable. Like, if you need to get here, it's like, if you ain't got an easy pass or you don't want to pay it, tough shit. You're not getting there.
Yep.
In Houston and stuff,
you better hitchhike.
You
better hitchhike.
In Houston, if you don't have an easy pass, you can go around, take a back road or something. Up here, it's not like that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's annoying.
Absolutely. Yup. That is definitely probably, for anybody relocating, that's like just getting around and all of the rules and regulations that come along with it is probably the biggest thing that I was grateful to not have to deal with down there, you know? So
Yes.
I feel for you, babe. We all feel for you. We all feel for you, but you're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing a great job. Can we get some claps? Can we get some claps for the assimilation?
That's when you got to get the one clap, Marvel. It's like, can we get some claps?
More like a slap. No, not that you should be slapped, but the industry, the institution of tolls and bullshit as a whole deserves to get a slap.
I also see why y'all not allowed to have guns and stuff up here, because all of this shit will piss you off to the T every fucking day.
How did we not talk about the guns? How do we not talk about the guns?
I also think that's why Southern hospitality is a thing, though, because you never know.
You never. Oh, so it's not really genuine. It's more of a defense tactic.
It is, but it's like, warranted.
I gotta be nice to you so you don't shoot me in the parking lot. So you don't catch me outside. Is that
kinda? Yeah. It's like, let me be a good person, because eventually if I'm a dick 24/7, I'm gonna bump into somebody that's gonna wanna end my life.
Damn.
Cause like the shit y'all, all that honking on the horn bullshit and yelling at motherfuckers in the street and shit is like, this would not happen in Louisiana. Like, it might happen once, but then you're gonna be a hashtag on Twitter. So like, I get it. It's funny. It's funny to see though. Like, oh wow, you can just yell at people in their face up here.
Right, because
not on the subway apparently, because it go down in the subway.
I mean, there are crevices. There are crevices in which it be going down. I would like to not have to find myself in those crevices. I definitely do try to mind my own business for that reason. But it be going down. But that's a great point. That's a great point that you brought up as to why. Imagine if we did have it up here. Ooh, it would be game over. It would be game over for so many people.
The fucking purge.
It would be the purge. It would be anarchy.
It'd be Gotham City.
It would be anarchy. But yeah, for me, like, I vividly remember living in Louisiana and coming home from mics or shows late at night and being at a red light and genuinely being scared. Like, genuinely being like, I hope the person behind me is having a good evening. I hope that they are doing well mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Because even just being at the red lights with nothing but darkness around you, no lights or no other lights around you, no other signs of life around you.
And you were in LSU, which is in the hood.
So. Yes, a lot of colleges are in the hood. Why they be doing that?
I don't know. I don't get that.
I guess because it's cheaper to develop and whatnot.
Well, yeah, but then now your students aren't safe.
Yeah, just getting emails. Students shots fired in the northern side of the campus. Like literally once a week we would be getting notifications that guns.
Well, yeah, I mean, in the 5 years I lived there, it was like multiple shitty things happened to students that was on the news and stuff. Like the LSU basketball player getting shot and killed.
When did that happen?
I don't think you were there yet. Maybe like a year before you moved there or something. R.I.P. Wade Sims. Yeah, he got into I think he got into a fight or an argument with some dude like at a gas station, and the dude shot him.
Over some Sagolina?
Yeah, I worked with the girl that knew the dude that killed him.
You work with the girl that knew the dude. What? Oh, yeah. I thought you were gonna say you work with the girl that knew the dude that died. But no, you work with the dude that knew the girl that killed. Whatever. You know what you said. What you said. That was a lot. That was a lot of connections.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That happened. A lot of stuff happened.
And I remember the reason why I was mad paranoid while I was down there was because, like, I think the first month I was there, a girl got shot by the train tracks.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Over by government.
Well, shit. Remember the day I came home after I did that? I did that one show. I told you like I was leaving, and they wanted to go to like a little hangout spot afterwards, and I was like on the way there, the road was blocked off because someone had a high speed chase right there, like 2 blocks from where the show was.
Where was that? In Baton Rouge?
Mm-hmm. That's downtown.
Yeah, yo, shout out to Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is one of the most dangerous places to live in the country.
Top 5 in the murder rate. Shout out to us.
Top 5 in the murder rate, and we made it.
I think Louisiana is the only state that has like 3 cities in the top 10.
That's wild.
New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and I think Shreveport.
And it's amazing because y'all are so darn kind. They got this thing called kindness down there, you know. Anyway, So we had the opportunity, obviously, to like do a lot of shows together and stuff. What is like your experience? Not like, bitch. What is your experience with us going to shows together and being? What is being in a comedy couple like from your point of view, Dwayne?
I mean, I guess it's cool. Well, it's cool.
I guess it's cool. Wow.
It's cool just off the.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, now it's cool just off the strength that you can actually talk about comedy and stuff that went on during the show and during your set, and have someone that actually understands what you're talking about. Like you could be like, oh, I saw this one dude who wasn't paying attention the whole time. Then I got him at the end, and that made me feel good, and people don't understand. Or I could be like, I forgot my fucking jokes, and instead of just hearing, how'd you forget your jokes? Don't you know that? It's like, oh, I understand. That's happened to me too. Shit like that. Like you understand all of the little things that might go on in my head while I'm on stage and stuff like that. Or you'll notice stuff like, yeah, while you were up there, I saw this dude talking, and I saw your eyes go over there and shit like that. It's just cool to have someone that can play insider baseball with you.
Insider baseball. You don't even like baseball, though.
It's okay.
I know what you mean.
The game we went to was fun. I enjoyed that. Shout out to the Yankees. Shout out Aaron Judge.
Shout out to Aaron Judd, who is tuning in right now. Shout out to Aaron Judd. We did go see Lil Jonky. We did. And as you can see, Lil Jonky is a religion in the Bronx.
It is.
That's what it is.
They're like LSU.
My abuela, may she R.I.P., she used to pray in the name of Jorge Posada, Derek Jeter,
Alex Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez, amen. Yeah, I forgot the other one. Anyway, shout out to them. But yeah, definitely. It is nice to be able to relate to that and know that it's comedy is not easy. People think just because you get on stage and you're funny, it's like this constant
people think
euphoria.
People think you just go up there and talk and not prepare anything.
Right.
And all of that shit is just instantly funny.
Or they'll find out you're a comic. Tell me a joke, and it's like, pay for a show. You know what I mean?
I've told a lot of people that.
Me too.
They say, tell me a joke. Give me $5.
Me too. Let me see if you're. I'll be the judge. I'll be the judge of that. Definitely, it is nice for that. I mean, for me, it's nice to be able to relate on that, on all of those things, the nuances. The minutiae, the minutiae, the minutiae. I don't fucking know. SAT word. Minutia. I think you could say it that way too. All right, I'm done pronouncing the same word over and over and over again. Pero, for me also, it is interesting because obviously I'm a woman and you're a man, right? So there are some instances, like how many instances have you brought me around, or have we gone to like a show in Lake Charles, for example, and people that you'll introduce me to them, and I'll never say that I'm a comic, right? But they'll never ask if I'm a comic until they see me get on stage, right? And they'll be like, oh my God, I had no idea you were also performing. And I'm like, yeah, what are the chances that the dude I'm with, I do the same thing as? So what are the chances,
Well, in your defense, I don't know, in whoever's defense.
No, we don't need defense.
If I didn't talk to you and I just saw you walk in, nice little pretty Puerto Rican girl, I would not assume she was a stand-up comedian. I would think you were just here. Like,
why though? That's the whole.
Well,
that's
also,
my whole
I don't
thing.
really assume people are comedians unless the only time I just assume is when it's those over the top people who want you to assume they're comedians.
I mean, for me, it's not so much that people don't assume. It's like when they see that I am, they're like, "What the hell?" I
get that. I see why I get it.
It's the biggest. I don't know. For me, it's just funny. It's just funny. It's not a thing that I can change. But it is noticeable. It is something that I notice, and it's just like an energy thing for me. But also, like, remember we went to a show. I had a show in like Stuytown at the Roost, at that coffee shop downtown.
Stuytown?
In New York. It was in the city. Remember the show at the coffee shop?
I think so,
in New York City. You were there. So you were there, just so you know. Maybe you were there. I don't know. But I walked in, and at the entrance you couldn't see the stage.
Yes.
You couldn't see where the show was happening. So I walked in and I was like to the dude at the front, "Hey, I'm Alana. I'm here for the comedy show. And he went to the back and came back and was like, oh, they said they don't have any room.
Y'all weren't on the same page, though.
They said
honest.
they don't have any room for another comic tonight. That's what he said. And I was just like, no, I'm on the show tonight. And he was like, oh, it's right back here. You know? But the fact that this is my point, is that I told him I was here for the show and I was a comic, but in his brain, he didn't connect that I was actually performing that night. He thought that I was asking to perform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just very funny to me, because why was that the assumption? I told you I was a comic. Why couldn't it be that I was there to perform right then and there? You know? This is just my experience. These are just things that I notice that I don't see you having to deal with. That's all.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I get that all the time, but I know mine is because of how I come off and my energy, like you said.
Yeah.
I don't give off comedian, which I don't have a problem with. I think it helps me a little bit. But yeah, I get that all the time. You're a comedian? I would have never thought. What? You're a comedian? You talk? Stuff like that.
I guess maybe it does help me too. Maybe it does help me as well. I don't know. It depends on the place. I think it depends on the room, the people in that room, you know? But I do remember in Baton Rouge, JD coming up to me and just being like, I just want to let you know, like, I don't think you get enough credit. And I'm just like, thanks for saying that. Because I was in a place where I was feeling that way.
You weren't getting enough credit?
In a way. In a way. Not that anybody owes me credit, but I understood what he was saying. He not credit, respect. He said, you don't get enough respect.
Okay.
That's what he said. And that did resonate with me, you know? Because there is a stereotype that women aren't funny. And I think that stereotype just comes from the place that men were kind of the ones that created comedy, quote unquote. You know, like it's been an art form that's largely been told from a male point of view. So that is not a woman's point of view. So therefore, when you have a different perspective that doesn't align with your own, it could be a little, you could not understand it at first unless you make an effort to understand it. Like there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of media that women consume that we don't necessarily relate to, especially like in movies that are written by men who portray women in the way that they perceive women, you know? We consume that, but we don't relate to it, but we get the humor in it. You know?
Yes.
Because we're smart. Anyway, we are almost out of time, friends. We are almost out of time. So really quickly, I want to end today's show with 3 questions for you.
3, okay.
I'll also answer, but we'll be brief. Who is somebody that is inspiring you in the world today, and why?
Somebody that is inspiring me in the world today. I mean, I haven't been doing a lot, so it's not a whole lot of people. You've inspired me. You've been inspiring me lately, pushing through with the stuff you've been going through.
I paid him to say that.
Not enough.
I paid him. He's going to get a Venmo after the show from me. No, just kidding. That's sweet.
It's just a lot of people. I've been taking inspiration from small people. Being in this studio, Marv is giving me a lot of inspiration being in this studio right now.
Shout out to Marv.
So yeah, it's just a lot of people. LeBron James is giving me inspiration just by being alive. Drake is giving me inspiration.
We've covered the gamut. We've covered the gamut from small people to big people who are inspiring Dwayne today. For me, who's inspiring me right now is I know I said person. You also broke the rules, so it's fine. The entire WNBA draft class. Those women are inspiring me. Yes. Shout out to all of them. Camila Cardozo, I think that's the Brazilian girl's name. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, all of them. What they're doing for women's basketball is incredible. And like, I really hope that they are the change that they want to see in the WNBA. So that's who's inspiring me right now. Second question. It might just be 2. I don't know. Second question. What is one thing that you would tell people to do to get 1% better every day? What is something that people should do every day to become 1% better every day?
They should sit down and take a breath and relax. Especially like up here with everything moving so fast and being so fucking expensive. It really helps to sometimes sit down and just breathe and think about what you got going on right now and how you're doing I would hope that you're doing better than you were, say, a year from today or something like that. Like
Love that.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Just
Inhale.
take a moment to relax and think about what you have that's going good.
Yes.
It's not all about the shit that's going bad or what you got to take care of. Think about the shit that's good in your life right now.
Love that. So I'll piggyback off of that. Have an attitude of gratitude. Make a gratitude list. Write down or just say aloud 3 things that you're grateful for every single day. Right now, for me, Bravery Studios, Dwayne Tousand, and Marv Perdormo. Oh my God, did I say it right? Marv Perdormo. Okay. And last question. If this chapter of your life, name this chapter of your life if it was a book. If it was in a book. You get what I'm saying. What's the title of this chapter of your life?
The build-up, maybe?
The build-up.
I like that.
Followed by an explosion.
Well, that's the plan. We build up and then we blow up.
Then we blow up, followed by a release. Love that. For me, bloom, B-I-H.
Yeah, I got
to
you.
censor. Bloom, I feel like right now I just got so much unfolding at the same time, and things aren't really happening the way that Alana would like them to, but nonetheless they're happening. They're uncomfortable and they're painful and they're delicious and they're juicy and we blooming, baby. That's what we doing. And I want y'all to bloom with me. All right, we're going to get out of here. So really quickly, I just want to plug, we got a lot of things coming up. You can stay tuned to everything that I got going on my website, alanaj.tv, ALANAJ.tv. I have a monthly show called The Sync Up alongside my girl. The Sync Up is alongside my girl, Ace Reyes. We have that monthly. Right now, we're doing it out of El Barrio in Spanish Harlem. So that'll also be on the calendar. And you could just follow me for everything at alanaj.tv on the gram, on the talk. Dwayne, where can the people find you?
You can find me on everything, Instagram, not Twitter, X, Instagram, X, YouTube, Dwayne the Comic, DWAYNE, the Comic, all one word. It's all the same. You can follow the podcast, Jocen Float, JOCENFLOAT. That is on Instagram. Go to the store, get some merch, get you a shirt, get you a hat, get you a hoodie. We got all kind of shit.
Get you some merch, y'all. Get you some merch. And we're going to have some merch coming soon. We got a lot of things coming soon. I can't wait to introduce you to, or, bring on so many more inspiring people from my community, because I am so blessed to be surrounded by people doing epic things. Marv included, Dwayne included, everybody at the Bravery family included. Stay tuned. I can't wait for y'all to see what's to come on Act Up with Alana J. Peace, baby.
Woo.